Do you have levels of like how like
there's many levels. There's
a $500 table buyer that buys a table every week for $500.
The cops outside and they won't let anybody else in. Sorry, I can't do anything tonight.
But you have your $3,000 table guy that wants to come in.
How close are you? Let me see what I can do.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Jeff London, DJ Jason Smith.
Here come the pain.
When the sun goes down, the music turns up. A whole new world opens up behind the velvet rope. Join us as we take you behind the scenes of the nightlife world.
Are you ready?
DJ Jason Smith, Jeff London. I'm the promoter, he's the DJ podcast, live from Boston, Massachusetts.
Got him.
1-1 and rocks, paper, scissors.
We should keep track of it and like have a scoreboard.
We're 1-1.
Tied,
episode 17.
Episode 17. Last time I wanted to say when we were at 16, you got like 16 bars. That would have been cool, but I missed that option. I thought about that when I watched the
when you watch it, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How's your week?
Same old shit, man.
Nice.
We're in here on a different day, so I don't even know what.
Yeah, this is the beginning of the week. We usually record on Thursdays, and today is not Thursday.
Well, we tried to do it yesterday, though, too.
Yeah,
Jeff had a long day yesterday.
I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, we want to give you our best content. So if one of us isn't feeling it, we're just gonna put it off. Thank God we got this guy Hurley, who's amazing, that works with us. So
absolutely,
he makes the magic happen. And he said, "You know what? You guys did the great thing. You ain't feeling it. You shouldn't do it. We should do it when it's right. So it's right now." Well, for Jeff, I don't know how I feel. It's like, I haven't got a grip on the day yet.
It's early in the morning. It's good. We're good to go.
I mean, it's not really. Let's be honest. It's 10:30.
And people that are watching, Jason's rocking probably the dopest shirt I've seen in a while.
Yeah, this is my Father's Day gift from my mother. It's my dog, and it says Aaliyah on it. It's like an OG bootleg T-shirt.
That's pretty dope.
Pretty dope. Shout out to my mom's on that one.
Pretty dope too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, if anybody ever watches the show on YouTube, you probably see some dope shirts on here.
Yeah, like your shirt. Let's talk about your shirt real quick, man. It was a gift from me.
It was a gift from Jason from Western Front, the dispensary.
Shout out to Western Front in Chelsea, Mass, for sure.
I believe the guy's name is Mr. Gilmore.
Yep, Mr. Gilmore is the one of the owners or the prominent owner. What was it?
So he's 96. He's still around.
World War II vet, correct?
He was Marvin Gilmore. If you guys want to read up on this guy is an interesting man.
Yeah, I've seen that.
He was the first black man to start a bank on the East Coast. I believe it's the East Coast. He has a book out right now, a biography. It's pretty good. I mean, this guy is the man. I think
he's lived some life, you know what I mean?
Lived a crazy life.
So let me tell the story real quick. So I got a DM from Western Front last Friday before I was heading into Memoir with 50 Cent, and they said, "Yo, you should come by the dispensary before your set tomorrow." And I get stuff like that all the time,
right?
And I usually just like, all right, cool, whatever, and I don't really pay attention to it very much. But I looked into the company a little bit, and I saw that it was a person of color that owned it, and it was a World War II vet. And I know how hard it's been I think it's been talked about in the media and local news around the Boston area too, how hard it is for a person of color to get a license. They're still having trouble getting licenses to open dispensaries. So after peeping around, after the fact that I found out that it was a black-owned, business, and the guy's a World War II vet, that alone, between those two things, I want to support.
Right, absolutely.
But then I dug even deeper, and I looked at the dispensary, and it's not just the dispensary. It's an art gallery. They got music going on there. Like, how can I not want to support something? It's not your average dispensary as far as going in and looking at the bud and, like, just walking out. Like, they're trying to make a whole moment out of it, a whole experience.
Experience, yeah.
And you know, again, based upon it just being a black-owned business and a World War II vet, I want to support. But then you add the arts and music to it, I want
You're
to
all
support
in.
it anymore.
You're
I'm all
100
in.
yeah.
So I have a new dispensary that I'm going to support, and I.
It's in Chelsea, right?
It's in Chelsea, yeah, Chelsea, Mass, and the staff over there is great, and they were so nice to me, and they gave me some free product. But me being me, I still bought a bunch of stuff because I wanted to support. Yeah, for sure. So again, shout out Western Front. Love what you guys are doing. Love the scene, and you know, thanks for the little care package of goodies I got. Because that shit was
Well, thank
good.
you, Western Front, too, because I got a little something out of it, too.
Yeah, 50 Cent got one of those shirts too.
Sick.
You and 50 got the same shirt. Western Front. One time.
Little question of the week. Actually, we have questions of the week.
Yeah, I got
little
one
bit
and you
shorter.
got one. So,
We might have a third one, too.
oh, I didn't see that. Sorry.
Well, I'll start off with this one.
All right, go ahead.
Is it better to be freelanced? Well, in your case, is it better to be a freelance DJ?
Yeah. Well, I think this question could have obtained to you also.
No, I agree. Or stick with one company, and meaning by that company, you work their venues in their venues only.
I thought you were talking about like management company.
Well, we could do it in that way, too.
I'd rather speak about it that way.
Okay, that's fine.
Because there's a difference because a lot of these cats start out as freelancers, then they get picked up by an agency. Like I had the opportunity of, you know, being grabbed up by Mood Swing, which was, you know, one of the first actual DJ booking agencies. I think it was Mood Swing, and then there was
4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Scam.
That came later. There was another
William
one.
Morris.
No, there's one that came out. Mood Swing was definitely the first for DJs. The second one was AM's one, and I forgot what to fucking call it. I'm so bad. Aoki was on it. Scene was on it. Fashion was on it.
Something bored.
Spider was on it.
What was it called? We'll look that up.
It was Travis Barker's manager ran it. I can't remember. So Mood Swing was the first one, and then it was AM's little crew, and then it was Scam, and then 4 a.m. was like the New York one.
Right.
But as far as, you know, freelance, you start off that way, and then you build a buzz, and then, you know, once you have that buzz established, then you can bring something to the table to get picked up. Because basically, I don't know how to answer this question, because freelancing is so different than having an agent. You know what I mean? You're still freelancing.
But you're the agent itself. You are the DJ, the agent, everything.
Yeah. The only difference is, all right, you hit me up, you want to do a date. Before, when I'm freelancing, I'll take care of it. But now I'll be like, yo, cool, let's do this date. Hit my guy,
Right.
JoJo at beatadick.com or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah,
that's a great agency. But it's like, now he handles that. The difference is, we spoke about this last week. I'm going to have a hard time saying no to you.
Right.
Because we have a personal relationship. I'm a hard time telling you, listen, I need my rate. And you're going to be like, yo, but you're my guy.
Right. That's
Well, I have $500. My rate is definitely not $500, but I'm going to feel like, oh, I like this dude. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And at the same time, that person or you knowing me could take advantage of that and get me for $500 because you kind of put me in a corner.
Right.
Now, my agent over at whatever it is, JoJo is the regulator. He's that middleman. So, like we were talking about it last week, how
The buffer.
not to say no, the buffer,
the
yeah.
buffers, man. Yeah.
So you still bring stuff. You still freelance when you have an agency, but you're bringing that to another person to handle the business side of things. So
Right.
you don't, again, look like the bad guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, artists have a middle guy, so that they're not the ones saying no to you. They have Jack over here that'll say no to you, so they don't look like, instead of, oh, can I get a picture? Instead of that artist saying no,
Right.
his manager or bodyguard be like, shut it down.
Now, on the other end, do you think that if you stick with one company, and we're not talking about management, we're talking about club owner, that kind of circuit?
Well, that doesn't come around very often, though.
Very true. But do you get pigeonholed into that?
Like if you worked only for Tile Group, But I
Yeah.
don't think there's any DJs that just only work for Tao Group.
Oh, that's true. Okay. That's fair.
You know, I'm in a different situation because of the market.
Okay. Yeah. That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, so I can't play another venue within the market, but Tao Group's not going to tell any of their DJs they can't play another venue in New York City.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's different. I'm in, working for Big Night in Boston. You guys only have like 3 other clubs.
No.
In New York, there's like 100 lounges for DJs.
All right.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot more clubs than 3, but yeah, I agree.
You know
maybe
what I-
3 other companies that have all the clubs under their management.
Yeah, but again, I haven't been to anywhere but Cure Sundays.
Rest in peace, Kier.
Rest in peace.
We have more questions?
Yeah, ask Jeff, it says.
Well, ask me. Thanks.
Yo, friend hits you up, right? It's
Yeah.
super late, son. Like super late, dog.
They're not my friend no more.
The club is already at capacity. Damn. And they want you to say to them, wait, what? The club is at capacity.
Yeah.
What do you? And they're obviously trying to get in. Obviously. So what do you say?
What do I say to them?
Yeah.
First, I'm like, bro, you serious? I do answer because I always answer texts.
Do you think it matters how important that person really is?
Yes and no. If it's
It does, though.
It does. Like if it's a close friend, they totally get it if I say no.
And
I'm like,
they'll
dude,
be understanding of it too.
yeah. If it's just a customer, but I'm close with them, it's tough. I mean, I usually don't say no.
Do you have levels of like how
There's many levels. There's
a $500 table buyer that buys a table every week for $500.
The cops outside and they won't let anybody else in. Sorry, I can't do anything
But
tonight.
you have your $3,000 table guy that wants to come in.
How close are you? Let me see what I can do.
Yeah, so there's levels to that shit.
There's levels to the shit.
And people need to understand that.
Yeah, but don't hit somebody super late and think that, because that means you are at another club, which is fine. You can go to other clubs. I don't want you to come to my club every single night. But if you're obviously leaving that club because it sucks.
And you spent money there.
yeah.
Because
So-
obviously if they're hitting you up, they had a table at this other spot. And they're
they
coming
didn't-
to your spot. It's too late to buy
it's
a table.
too late. Guess what? Suck it up for that night. Next time, always go with me. So that's my answer to that one.
That's a good answer. Because I know I used to go to the box late night in New York.
Yeah, that's different. You finish a DJ
But the
gig or
door would
something
be
like that.
shut down.
Yeah.
And they would only let special people in.
Well,
that
you're
late.
very, very special.
I wasn't. I'd always have to wait.
All right, here's one, and the third and last one. If you guys could host and DJ one place, so I host as Jeff London, VIP host,
And I would be the DJ.
one place in the world together, where would it be? And could I get a comp? This is my boy Jeff. Yes, you can get a comp. I'll tell you where I would be.
Okay, go.
Somewhere warm and tropical because it doesn't matter. 'Cause
That's
it
a
doesn't.
fact.
I think it would be. I don't know. Where do you want to go on vacation together, bro? We go
I got
Jamaica
2
together?
of 'em. No,
All right,
Jamaica's
all right,
too hard because Jamaica's not known for that. Like, I've been to Jamaican parties
Yeah.
and they're a little.
All right.
There's like guys at the door with like machine guns, bro.
Is Bora Bora nice for you?
Yeah, but they don't got club scene. I'd say, yo, ready?
I'm ready.
I would say Dubai or Ibiza.
You're right. And Jeff, come get your comp. We'll be there. Thanks for your questions, guys.
Yeah, thanks for
really
hitting us
appreciate it. As always, hit us up. I'm the promoter. He's the DJ. DM us. Email us at that.
Yeah.
Or just reach out to us.
Yeah,
Everybody's
hit
got
our
my number,
personal
so, yeah.
DMs. We'll answer back. We even posted up there, so you follow our I'm the promoter. He's the DJ Instagram and shit, yo.
Yeah,
You ready?
I'm ready. Here it is.
I'ma get on Yelp. I'ma get on Yelp. I'ma get on Yelp in a minute and review this piece of shit place.
Well, with that theme song, that brings us to our new feature of the week.
Our
that we
segment.
do. New segment that
New
people
segment.
are loving. So shout out everybody that's been hitting us up saying how much they love these little new addition segment to our show.
So I probably get the most feedback on these Yelp reviews and that. People are
they
just loving
pretty
them.
Fucking amazing.
So I tell
And
Jay,
you know what the best part is? You can't make this shit up.
right. Yeah, I can't not make this shit up. So shout out to Josh. He implemented, on the screen last week. If you watch it on YouTube, you get to actually see.
See that we're not making this up. They're
Yeah.
actually.
I couldn't make this up. There's no way I could make this up.
Last week when I watched the playback, and you were like, "This place sucks." I go, "No, Jeff, no. Read it verbatim, bro. It just
It
says,
says sucks. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
So Jason hasn't seen these, and I'm hiding them from him because I want to see his reaction. So we'll start off. You ready, Jason?
Yeah, let's go. Number one.
Actually, no. Jami V, Jami. Jami. I don't know. Jami V says.
Jamin. Jami.
Maybe it's Jamie.
I don't know.
I don't
You
know.
picked out that honey thing earlier in the
I
car.
did.
That's pretty good.
We were a group of 6 women celebrating a bachelorette party. It started off as a good night, good drinks, good music, but then towards the end, there was this really drunk guy that would not back away, literally attempting to grind his junk against us all. The bride-to-be stepped away and told him to stop and go away. He then got all defensive, and even his friends had to hold him back because he was trying to go after her. His friend was very apologetic on his behalf. Then, in quotes, James came to the, quotes, rescue and talked to the guy. Then James started to yell at us, saying we were going to get kicked out. At any place I've ever been to, if a drunk man is starting an argument with an indefensive woman and gets combative, he gets kicked the hell out. For this reason, we will never be back, and we will definitely tell our bad experience here. James, F you.
Yeah, James, F you.
Yeah.
And your little pecker trying to grind up on innocent women. You little pecker. Your little dicky doo. You know what a dicky doo is, right? We used to call my nephew that, little dicky doo, because his stomach stood out farther than his dick do.
Oh, Trejo.
Trejo, what do you Trejo have to say?
Trejo says this is the worst of the worst. I wouldn't send my redheaded stepchild here. Bouncers are a bunch of wannabe tough guys and kicked us out for no reason after spending $1,000 there. Keyword, dust.
Wait, I don't get that. What is keyword dust mean?
I don't know, but that's hilarious. You put a keyword.
This must be some like down south shit. Like dust.
Dust.
I don't know. What was maybe he was like doing Andrew's us. The bouncers are a bunch of wannabe tough guys. I'm sure. Isn't that what they get paid to do?
I think so.
Duh. Ooh, this one looks like it's juicy.
All right. So Tim M says he gave it one.
Wait. Hold
Yeah.
on. I'm sorry, guys. You have to understand. There's some people that have pictures that go with their Yelps,
Yeah.
and the bad ones have no pictures. So
Oh,
these
yeah.
people totally went out of their way to write these
Right.
reviews, and they probably never wrote a review on any other Yelp before ever. So Tim M, I'm sorry, Jeff. Go ahead, Tim M.
He gives it 1 star. But he says, I had an excellent experience that was ruined by a bartender.
Was he like the meth bartender from last
He
week?
could have been.
Maybe this is the same place.
It might be the same place. It was my friend's bachelor party, and we were all having a blast. That was until the bartender ruined it. We asked for 6 shots, and he said, no, you're not getting shots. He had blonde hair, was an absolute dick.
Get them blondes or dicks. like that makes zero sense.
On the bright side, another bartender had seen this happen. A nice lady with brown hair.
What the fuck?
She told me not to worry about him and asked me what she could do for us. When I had my friend go ask why he didn't give me the shots, he said I wasn't being an asshole, but he had no reason to say or think that. Word for word, I asked, may I please have 6 shots of the cheapest liquor you have? We were balling on a budget.
Oh my God.
He had terrible judgment, and I'll never forget. He killed the mood. We call people like him a buzzkill. Never in my life have I been treated like that by a bartender. Outside of that one bartender, it was a great place. Affordable drinks, friendly staff, outside of the buzzkill, and good music. They have a great atmosphere, and the girls that go there have great smelling hair.
What is this guy's
Inside joke, I guess.
Oh my God. That's what in parentheses. No, what is that?
Yeah, no.
I failed English. every
Outside of that
fucking year.
buzzkill, it was a great night. The poor judgment of a one man put a damper on a night. I will never forget that. I would have given this bar restaurant 5 stars if it wasn't that one employee. Maybe I'm a spiteful individual, but I was really rubbed the wrong way.
Rubbing something. I didn't know what happened here.
I mean, he had no more money. He was balling on the budget.
What happened was this bartender was taking care of this bachelor party all night, and they weren't tipping him shit.
Because they were balling on a budget.
Yep.
Wait, it was a bachelor party. Yeah.
Yeah, bachelor party. So they probably weren't tipping this guy.
Right, and he was just sick of it.
He's like, you guys are assholes. Like
100%.
pouring like 8 drinks at a time. They're giving him like $1 tip.
And then if somebody says the cheapest liquor you have,
What would that be?
I mean,
Wild turkey.
it depends. I mean, at a club, I think the lowest thing is what they call well. So it's
Yeah, would it be
whatever.
like Mr. Boston?
I mean, it'd be
Vodka?
some no name. But at a bar, it could be like the grossest thing I've ever.
It could be like the fucking over
99 bananas, like
Oh my god! Did you ever drink 99 bananas? We used to drink it with like Bailey's, and it would be like a dirty like
dirty
banana,
drink,
dirty banana or some shit like that.
You're a dirty banana.
Oh god, I can't believe I used to drink. That's like all sugar, dude.
I might have had a shot of it a couple of weeks ago.
No, you're lying. I don't even think they make it anymore.
They do. They cost 99 cents. That's why they call 99 bananas. They cost 99 cents at the liquor store.
Oh,
Me and Bonnie might have had. And she never tried one before I tried it. And she will never
that's
ever
like we're
drink that
talking
again.
like golden Schlager.
Goldschlager's gross.
Ugh. What I can't drink anymore? We should play that game. What I can't drink ever
Yeah.
again is Southern Comfort.
Oh, why? Because you had SoCo limes. Too many of them.
No, because when I was a kid, I was like getting drunk off my stepmom's Southern Comfort, and it's like when you get older, it's like grosses you out. That and Patron,
I can't drink-
Cafe Patron either.
Patron Cafe I can drink. Regular Patron I cannot.
I can no longer drink regular Patron either because it gives me agita, and it just fucks me up like the next day. Well, that was another awesome segment
Yes,
of
those are
Yelp
so good.
reviews.
Oh, we learned a lot about people in these Yelp reviews.
I'ma get on Yelp. I'ma get on Yelp. I'ma get on Yelp in a minute and review this piece of shit. Blaze.
All right.
So yeah, go here, Jeff.
New segment.
Jeff had an inquiry from me, and let's go.
It actually wasn't. Well, I gotta give shout outs where shout outs due. I mean, all the people that listen. I think this one's from John, my boy John, Connecticut. He was asking, or DJs that listen to this,
Shout out all the DJs. We really appreciate y'all, man. And I spend, spread my love and try my best to
Actually,
acknowledge all y'all because I appreciate all y'all.
you know who gave you a shout out? That was pretty good on the end of the day. Paulie D. Shout out to Paulie D.
Shout out my guy Paulie D. He even
Paulie, get on the show, will you? Hurry up.
He put me on the mic. He fucking cut the music off Sunday and had me sing Mr. Brightside.
And you're you're a decent singer.
No, I actually got a compliment. Somebody said you sounded really good. I never knew you were a singer.
Who was it? The deaf guy that was doing security?
It's Ray Charles.
Ray Charles is blind, bro. He's not deaf.
Well, that's my always go-to joke. Who designed this parking lot? Ray Charles. Yo, it is too early in the morning, son.
All right, but we don't do enough. I think maybe we tell some stories and stuff. We don't talk about the actual DJing itself. So we're gonna have a DJ Jason Smith kind of like tip of the week, or
Yeah, I'll keep it short because I know a lot of people, also don't DJ either. So I don't want to take up too much time. And
you take up enough time.
hell yeah, I do.
Ready?
Yeah.
The tip of the week. Let's talk about beat matching.
Well, let me start off by saying it's totally different now than it was when I came up. First of all,
Back in the 60s.
I used to walk to school in 3 feet of snow.
Uphill both ways.
Moccasins and shorts on. Well, yeah, what's up with Boston and people wearing shorts in the middle of winter? Never mind, that's a different story for a different time. Beat matching.
Give it to me.
It's different now than it was back in the day. We didn't have computers to do all this stuff. So the computers tell you now what BPM you're at, and if you don't know what a BPM is, it's beat per minute. So it's how many beats are, within a minute span. Again, please don't rip me for shit. I don't know the proper terms of this shit. I didn't come up watching YouTube videos and tutorials, and I don't have the right lingo for these things, or the right terminology.
It's just the Jason Smith way.
It's just my way. Yeah. So what I used to have to do is I used to have to literally sit with my watch and count the beats.
What kind of beat do you count? The bass? The hit? What do you count?
I would count all of them. I'd count the kick and the snare.
Okay. All right.
By the bars. And you'd count it up. I forgot the math behind it. But then you'd write that. No, you'd just write the BPMs. And I used to write it on the records. So I knew what worked. And then after I kind of figured out on my own in my head what BPMs were at, then I would just play.
So would you line up your records like 90 BPMs?
No. They were just my records were never in any specific order at all.
Mm-hmm. So,
but like going back, like now you could look at the computer screen and match up the beats. Mm-hmm. Before Serato and the computers came out, you would have to match up the beats using your ear.
Now, what do you have to do if you're 11:30, you're playing at low 90s?
Yep.
We got to get going. We got to get up to 120.
But there's a difference, though. You could be at 90 and you could have a song that has low energy, and you could be at 90 BPMs and have a song that's high energy. Mm-hmm. That's the difference, too. Right. My issue still to this day, I remember when I was coming up, this DJ was like, yo, you play too many like low energy songs. And I go, how am I playing low energy songs? I'm at like 100 BPM. Mm-hmm. I never realized that it does matter. Like the energy of the song is different. You know what I mean? You could play the same BPMs and have an energetic set, or you could play the same BPMs and have a low energy. So I always had a hard time gauging between staying at a high energy pace. Sometimes I'd play a record and be like, damn, I shouldn't have played that. Like this is like kind of low in energy. Mm-hmm. So now, for you guys that don't understand, when we mix records, the reason why we're wearing headphones is because what is playing in my headphone is what I'm thinking that I might play next. And why I'm doing that, I always have one headphone on and one headphone off because my other ear is listening to what's playing at the moment for you. So my one ear that's uncovered is hearing the same music that you're hearing. Like the headphone on my left ear is usually what I'm coming up to play, and I'm trying to match that with my ears. And I still do that. I don't look at my computer often. Like people get stuck and lost in their computer because you can. On the computer, you can just line up these lines almost.
Right.
It's not that easy. But so when I try to teach people how to DJ, which I don't often do, I cover up that grid.
I like
so
that.
You learn from your ear, and then you could use that grid later on as a backup tool. Mm-hmm. Rather, learn how to really beat match. Don't learn how to like make things match on a computer.
Right.
Visually. Don't match things visually. Match them the way it should be. So, that's BPM matching and shit like that.
So your tip of the week is to start practicing without
the guide of a visual. Use your ear.
Learn how to count. Hurley, you know how to count?
He counts to 10 a lot.
Hurley's a good DJ. Have you heard him?
Yeah. I gave him a shout last week. He was very well played at Empire.
Ooh.
Had a nice dinner and nice dinner music.
Ooh. Shout out to Hurley.
Yeah, man. That's my shit of the week.
I like that. So send what you want to hear some tips about next week on the Promoter of the DJ. Questions of the week, tips you want. You can tip us off on a good Yelp review.
Can we
be
start
interactive?
A Yelp?
Huh?
Can we start a Yelp for our show? I mean, there's Yelps for jails. Whoa.
Wow.
Do you know that?
No. I said, how did you find a Yelp for jail? Were you in trouble?
No, I think somebody posted a Yelp review about one of the jails they were in.
Ooh, that one looks great. 3.5 stars.
Wait, let me Google it.
Nice rooms. would not want to Yelp reviews.
Yeah, man, they exist, bro.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh my God, it does come right up. 10 funniest prison jail reviews on Yelp.
No, I'm good.
Oops, sorry.
Stay far away from that. Through your phone.
Sorry, my phone was vibrating. Folsom Prison asked to check. I can't even read it.
Do
It's
it.
so funny. Asked when checkout time was, and I was told 12:15. It seemed oddly specific, but when I called over to the guard to let her know I was ready to check out, she refused to let me. Had to escalate to the manager, a Mr. Warden. He informed me checkout was actually 12 to 15.
That's awesome.
Clark County Detention Center, King County Detention Center. They're all up on here. San Quentin, Cook County. Ooh, Cook County got 5 stars, bro. A unique, memorable lodging and dining experience in Chicago can be found here. Rikers Island's up there. Shout out Rikers Island. I used to live like right next door to Rikers Island.
People got a lot of time on their hands.
I mean, you got 10 to 15, you do.
Yeah, I guess so.
So where do you want to go? Story time? Or do you want, what do you, what
Let's go a little story time action.
all right, let's go.
Gather around, kids. It's story time with Uncle Jeff. The names have been left out to protect the guilty.
Now, here's a little story I got to tell.
Yep, it's that part of the week again. Jeff in his story times. Always coming correct, man. What do you got this week, Jeff?
Well, since we're close enough, and when this comes out,
Close enough to what?
this one's called Canadian July 4th.
Damn, July 4th is like 2 weeks away, bro.
Crazy. My birthday's next week. Little John, come to if you're in the area.
Me and Little John at Memoir.
Jason Smith, Little John, Jeff London birthday party, Sunday night, Memoir.
He's my friend.
June 27th. Be there.
Be there or be square.
Yes. All right, Canadian July 4th. I befriended a Boston Bruins hockey player.
Did you say A a lot?
Yeah.
Like, let's go to the bar, eh?
Well, he was underage. A.
Literally. B.
So, befriended this guy. He was notorious around Boston for running around clubs,
Naked?
underage,
Oh.
getting himself in trouble here and there,
Going streaking?
just doing a bunch of stupid shit in the city. And
Well, of course, he's that age where, like, not only that, he's got money
he won a Stanley Cup.
at like 19 or 20.
Yeah, he actually has a Stanley Cup tattoo that's spelled wrong on him.
That's sick.
It's funny.
That's pretty amazing.
Well, the championship is spelled wrong on his.
But
Whatever.
I can't, like, at that age, being a professional, hockey player and having money,
yeah, I would
like, the world.
I'd do
like,
the same thing. Yeah,
You could say, go fuck you to anybody almost.
yeah. So
And it's fun. He's running around doing, and you're that age where you could fuck up your life still and, like, come out the other end. Okay.
The moral of the story is this guy's doing great now, still in the NHL, and he's 10 years later is successful. He's calmed down a lot. So he calls me up, having a July 4th party. I rented the biggest house in the Cape. We're gonna have a blowout. Perfect. We head down there. I believe it was the night before or that night of July 4th. We get down there, amazing house on the Cape Cod, amazing beach house, like bedrooms among bedrooms. It was awesome, but we didn't have a lot of phone service down there. I'm not sure who brought it up, or somebody brought it up and told him, I think you just got traded, bro.
No shit.
And he's like, what? He's like, I have no service here.
Oh my god, his manager's probably trying to get a hold of him and shit. Oh my god.
An hour later, we figure it out. Homeboy got traded.
Wow.
So he's like, well, not only is this going to be a July 4th party,
But it's a going away party.
going away party, we're going to have this house and we're going to, like, had the best party ever. We invited everybody. The party was so crazy that a couple things. There were fireworks lit off inside the house
Bet you didn't get your
that
deposit
set
back.
off the fire alarms
Oh no!
in such as $1 million mansion they rented. It goes like it trips it secretly to the fire department. The fire department comes down there
directly
down there. They were like, couldn't believe that it was this guy doing it, and then come to realize that all the firefighters' daughters and sons were at this party as well. So it got crazy, real crazy. One of the best parties I've been to. There were Patriots players there. There were
that's awesome.
rap stars. It was like the biggest party I've ever been to.
I like that.
So the fireworks going on, like we just blew it out. And, you know, he was obviously sad that he got traded. We were sad. We were friends for years and everything like that, but that's part of the business.
Yeah, it's like you know that's gonna happen and shit.
So the next morning, the neighbor comes over.
Oh my god.
And we stayed up late that night, slamming on the door. Bam, bam, bam.
But this is years ago, so you were younger then too, right?
Yeah, it's probably like, it has to be like 70 years ago. I don't know, it could be more.
Still,
I could look up when he got traded.
I hate that, like feeling. Ugh.
Slamming. The fire department didn't care. Like they told the police that,
Just
you know,
the neighbors cared.
Yeah, this one neighbor cared. She said, "Boom!" I was like, "Oh man!" I was like, to the hockey player, "It's in your name. You probably should go answer the door." He was like, "I don't care, whatever." So, and he's probably a little bit half drunk still.
You're like, you're famous. Go answer the door. They'll
And
probably let us go.
He opened the door, and we just all heard her screaming, "I can't believe you did this. You ruined the neighborhood. It's July 4th. How unpatriotic, how un-American you are. Like, this is like
Oh my God.
America's Day, July 4th." And he looks at her and he goes, I'm Canadian, and slams the door. And that's my story time.
That's a good one.
And that's
I had a
Canadian
feeling
July 4th.
That was, I had a feeling that was going to be the outcome of that.
It's story time with Uncle Jeff. The
Yes,
names
I hit the wrong button, and that's going to happen from time to time.
A little PNN. What are you researching over there? Are you taking emails?
This just in, breaking news from the PNN Network with your host, Jeff London. What is this week's PNN news?
So some positive news about space.
It looks really cool, actually, the pictures. That's what I
Yeah.
was looking at.
So I didn't realize, like, we shoot a lot of shit into space and we just leave it there.
Yeah, I heard there's a song by this DJ named Wolf Gardner. I think his name was his name Wolf Gardner? Wolfgang Gartner or some shit. And it was called Space Junk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a pretty dope record. But anyways, I heard about that there's just mad shit out there floating around.
They say in tens of thousands of pieces of space junk are just orbiting the planet.
It's almost like
Like-
the plastic that's in the ocean almost.
Very good.
Disgusting.
So defunct satellites, flakes of paint, like, but they're all putting these satellites at risk, and obviously probably the spaceships
Yeah, because
too.
something
Yeah.
hits that shit. Oh, that almost happened a few weeks ago when that Japanese or the Chinese aircraft took off. They
Yeah, and
almost
it,
hit something.
and it burned in. Yeah, I think it hit the Indian Ocean, so we were safe. But
No, they had to avoid something heading to the International Space Station.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the one about
They were.
returning to.
It was almost gonna collide with it. Sorry, it's early. Collide.
So there's tens of thousands of space rubbish.
Rubbish. I love that.
They travel at speeds of 22,000 miles an hour.
Fuck.
So something serious as like a small bolt or a screw
Could just destroy. It's like a bomb.
destroy
It's like
a satellite.
bullet.
Yeah. So they've come up with a couple of solutions of how to get rid of space junk. One is they're putting up this. It's called Clear Space One. It'll be a mission just to catch rubbish from orbit. I don't know how they're going to catch something that's
And
like
who's behind this? Us, the United States, or just a company?
no, it's just a company that's
Oh,
I
okay.
assume
So
they're
they
working.
probably came up with this solution. They're probably going to try to sell it.
They
or,
probably sold it to NASA. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
So it's called Clear Space One, and It's due to launch in 2025, and it'll capture 100 kilos of space junk, which 100 kilos would be.
See, this is definitely a European company for sure.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Hold on.
100 kilos times, it's 2.2 pounds per kilo.
Look at this guy. 220 pounds. You're so smart.
Yeah, so it's trying to, so it's going to get this 220 pounds, which is nothing, I guess. But maybe they send it up all the time. I don't know. But that's like, I mean, there's millions of, I guess, one thing at a time.
Was there stuff flying around in Spaceballs?
That's a great movie.
Shout out Spaceballs.
The second thing they're going to come up with is a Japanese company, Kyoto University. I've been to Kyoto, Japan before, actually. Have joined forces to develop what they hope will be the world's first satellites made out of wood. So set to launch in 2023.
That's amazing.
The shell of the satellite.
Not 20. Oh, I thought I saw 2030. I apologize.
Yeah.
Set to launch in 2023.
And then the satellite's going to be up there for 7 years. And so the shell of the satellite will be made from timber. So when it comes down to the Earth, as it re-enters the atmosphere, it just burns up.
That's amazing.
So no more space junk. Just like a flying ball of wood, but I guess it would hit the ocean.
That's amazing. No, it would probably disintegrate before it even got into the atmosphere.
I mean, going that fast. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. I love that.
No more space junk.
You got to think about it. Like, wait.
You think they have Yelp reviews for space junk?
No, definitely not. Only jails. So let me ask you this. I don't know the question to this. I mean, the question. No, I know the fucking question. I just don't know the answer.
What's the answer?
So Elon Musk sent a Tesla car.
Right.
Where's that car right now? Just floating around in space junk
orbits.
now?
Yeah.
Cool. That was probably very helpful for the sky.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless that's like partial satellite or something on it that we don't know about.
Probably definitely has a tracker on it. Track D's.
And on that note, follow us at
I am the promoter.
He's the DJ.
At IG and our Gmail. Like I said, I'm the promoter.
Email
He's
us.
the DJ at Gmail. Check, hit us on our Gmail.
We're on them all. We're on little TikTok.
We're taking bookings
everything.
to host your nightclubs.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. I am Jason Smith Music on Instagram, and my man to the left of me, in front of me, is what?
Jeff London _ It's right below here.
Jeff London _
And make sure you get that merchandise. We're going to come up with some new t-shirts.
Yeah, merch is dope.
BigNightShop.com. Get some merchandise. Rep us.
Yeah, get that merch because it's kind of fire. And it's got my dog on it.
It does have a dog.
Got
Shout
my
out to
dog.
Leah.
Shout out my dog, Aaliyah. I see you, baby.
We'll see you next week. Peace.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Jeff London, DJ Jason